Hello, I'm Steve. Thank you for visiting the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for ideal patio comfort. Check out our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful, as it helps others find our channel. Now let's get heating. All right, so here we have this residential application. So we actually got the floor plan as well as elevations, and so here's just the floor plan that I show here, and you can see that it pretty much matches up with the dimensions, overall dimensions. You can see here we have about 28 feet here, and I've gone a little bit further out because of the way that the floor plan is designed here on this particular plan. In any case, so yeah, 28 feet by, I think it's 14.6 overall. Mine's a little bit larger, 14.9. And then we have this gazebo area here, and I have this set up at 20 feet 6 inches, where it shows 20 feet all the way to this edge here, but I think there's some covering, rock covering. That's why I got the 20 feet 6 inches here, and then over here 16.3, where it shows 16 feet. And again, the rocks come out a little bit further on this fascia here. All right, so we have some bar stool seating here. Let me just go ahead and turn off these dimensions. Oh, I didn't mention here, sorry about this, but 9 foot 1 inch to the ceiling height. So the ceiling height over here, and then the same over here as well, 9 foot 1 to the ceiling height here. Okay, turn that off, and I'm going to also turn off the floor plan. And we're just going to take a look at what we have here. We got a couple of fans going in here, and as well as some recessed lighting up here. So we have 4. I have them at 8 foot center to center, and then centered on the lamp, or on the fan itself. I basically just cut this into 4 sections, and then had this install these here within those 4 sections there. And this, I believe, was just 3 sections with the lighting here. See if I can move in here right. And so I cut this into 3s, and then put the one here. So I'm not quite sure where this actually matches up, but I think we'll be okay. There will be a fan here as well, and then the 6 lights up here. And we have a bar stool seating here, some reclined area possibly here. There will be a TV set back here. I'm not quite sure if the counter is exactly right, but that's all right. Cooking area over here. So we're just going to concentrate our heating on just this area right here, and over here possibly. And then over here we have, I believe it's just going to be general dining. Now I just placed a couple of round tables in here, but it could be a square, a rectangle table here that goes the full length. I'm not quite sure about that, but that's not important. You'll see how the footprint of heat will affect the seating area here with the 2 different options I have for this side here. And going back here, we're just going to go with the 1 option here. Now, this particular client had mentioned that they have a very low amount of available amperage for this application. So these are slimline units. They both are the 4,000 watt unit. However, this one could be reduced to a 3,000 slimline. It's the exact same dimension. It puts out the same footprint of heat. The only difference is that it has a little bit less of an output of heat, and that's fine with this bar stool seating. So I'm happy with the 3,000 watt or 4,000 watt here. Now I should also mention that they live on a hillside, so there's a large wind tunnel that comes up this hillside and meets the property right here. And so it's a very windy area most of the time, especially during the winter seasons. So something to consider. In any case, let's go back here. We got 3,000 watt over here, 4,000 watt here, or both 4,000 watts, and we are meeting the clearances to combustibles as far as the edge here. I got 18 inches. I have the heater pointed straight down to the ground. You can angle this one slightly, maybe 5 degrees in, 10 degrees in, that would be fine. But I would have it 18 inches away from this edge over here, and the same with this over here. The fan blade will not hit the actual clearance area, so that shouldn't be an issue over here as well, but 18 inches. And then of course just using the OEM bracket to come off the ceiling so that we have our 6 inch clearance above the heater like that. Okay, and let me go ahead and turn that off and turn off that clearance, and let's look at the footprint of heat over here. footprint of heat, you can see that we're covering the area fairly well. I just have it centered in the room, and I believe the countertop here is centered as well. And then this one here is going to be centered within the span over here. I just have it centered with the fan itself and the lighting. And you can see that we got a good footprint of heat on both of these spaces. Now, personally, I would like to have a 6,000 watt heater at the 9-foot 1-inch installation height. However, again, we have a limitation on the power, so this is the best I can come up with in this scenario. So that is that system there, and we're going to come over here and take a look at this. So there's going to be two different options here. Number one option I'm going to use, let's see if I can turn all this on here. So this is number one option, which I do not like unless we can actually place more units over here. And even that, I think we're not going to be heating the area properly. You'll see here with the footprint of heat in a second, but we have this at 8-foot center to center, and they're off canter with the lights here. I don't like that as well, but I do have to keep a minimum clearance from the fan blade. Again, 18 inches. You can see that we're meeting that without an issue, and this blade here will spin around obviously and get into that location as well. So let me go ahead and turn that off and turn on, and this is, again, it's the same type of application, ceiling mount with the OEM brackets meeting your 6 inches of clearance above. And let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. So footprint of heat, you can see that we're not really covering the whole area nicely, and if you drew a line straight down from the fan here, you can see that, you know, we're just barely getting over that edge here. So if I place another one of these heaters outside over here somewhere, which would have to be 18 inches away from the fan blade, you would probably get something that is not acceptable. Let's see if I can go ahead and move that just for an example here. We'll go ahead and do something like maybe 9 feet here, and let's go 8.5. See how that looks there. I'm still kind of close to this wall edge here, so let's go ahead and put that. Let me just go back here a second, and I'm going to put the clearance on here so we can take a look at that, and we'll move it here. Whoops. Try that one more time. Here we go. So we'll move that. Let's just go 7.5 feet to see what that gets us. So we're still too close to that fan blade. So yeah, it's going to have to be somewhere in that 8-foot range. We're okay with the wall there, but you can see though the footprint of heat is not very good. And yeah, you could probably angle this this unit inwards a little bit in order to achieve some more warmth right here, but and then place another unit over here. But in order to heat up this whole space, you really need more than just 2 units. So that would be one option, going with 4 across, 2 across in this fashion, and they're basically just centered within the span here. So, and I'm sorry that it didn't do all the artistic rendering for the structure itself. I usually would try to do that, but we're running out of time around here. So in any case, hopefully this will help here. All right, so let me turn that off and turn this off, and we're going to go into the second option for this application, and that's again about I think I have it at 9-foot center to center, 18 inches off of the inner edge over here. I have them at I believe it's a 10-degree angle inwards into the center of the patio, and you can see here we have all 4 units. Let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. This footprint of heat will be a lot better than the other option, so I think this is something that we'd really want to consider. But we have 4 units out here. Now the 4 units, each one are 16.7 amps on a 4,000 watt slimline Infratech heater, and the preferred one again would be the CD 6024 for this mounting height, and also a lot of wind coming up through this properties. So this is just a secondary option, but definitely I would think 4 units would make it more comfortable than just 2. And I really wouldn't I hate to even mention that to even use 2, honestly. So I would look at maybe upgrading the panel, or considering, you know, something else for this application if you couldn't go to at least 4 units here. So All right. In any case, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, please send your information to designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve, and again, please tap that like button. We do not advertise, we're not monetized, therefore YouTube will not promote our channel unless we receive your appreciation, and we thank you very much for that. Have an excellent day.